Rightio, what's going on, everyone? Finally said that I'd do the business video, so fucking here we are. Also, I get told that I swear too much, so I'll try and keep it a little bit PG. Anyway, so with the business, so I run an irrigation and plant hire, just mainly irrigation business, and have done I've probably been in business for, I suppose, nearly a year now, and it seems to be going really well. I think I've always wanted to run to do some sort of business, and obviously irrigation I've been doing for years, so I'm fairly familiar with it. So that was sort of, and I do like getting out. You're always in a different spot every day, or most days. There is a lot of travel in it, so you get to see a fair bit of country. So that's another good thing about it. I think I started out working at a local irrigation company in Ballarat here when I was 18. Left school and sort of went straight to that, actually. Done that for a few years, and then went over to Western Australia. And went over to Western Australia for probably 5-6 years, I think it was. And even there, it was it was operating machinery. So, and that's hence where I get a bit of a passion for machinery. Not that I've got anything on that scale or anywhere near that scale, but some of the big friggin' machines over there, like 600, 800 ton excavators and bloody big loaders and all that sort of shit. And then we've done a lot of dewatering stuff over there as well. So poly pipe, welding, and I think I used to hate it. A lot of irrigation, like that sort of stuff, but I've sort of grown a bit of a passion for it, and hence why. And I think then I went back to Ballarat. The guy who used to manage one of the stores in Ballarat, he started up his own irrigation store, so I worked for them for a few years. Actually worked at Mars for a little bit too, believe it or not. But learned a lot there. Probably learned a little bit about business side of it, and I think I always the best thing about running a business is obviously you can charge, I suppose, what you want. It is a fairly niche industry, the old irrigation, so not many people do it, nor do many people fucking want to do it. So that's one good thing about it. It is fairly niche, so that's where I'll get a bit of an advantage from. And you sort of can charge whatever you want, really. The best thing about it is, I think, the freedom. So you don't have to be working 6 days or even 5 days. You don't have to be working big days to make good money. You can earn good money even just by bloody working a day or a couple of days, sort of thing. So I still try and work every day, or not every day, sorry, Monday to Friday. Some Saturdays when we're real busy, like fucking before Christmas and that, fairly flat out, and it still is pretty busy. But yeah, bloody, I guess that's the best thing about it, is you can pick and choose your when you want to work or when you don't want to work. Like the other day, I could have done something, but I thought, nah, bugger, we'll go down. And what we do, we went down to Melbourne and spent a couple of nights at the Crown and that, which you would have seen, those of you who follow along. So, and you don't have to go and ask for time off. You don't have to do any of that shit. You just straight away make your own decision and do what you want. So that's, I think, the biggest benefit about being out on my own so far. And I can go lift weights whenever I want. Like not whenever I want. I shouldn't say that, because a lot of the times we do. We have got jobs a fair while away. So, but you can make your own hours. Like today, I started at 10 o'clock pretty much. Done a bits of, a few bloody quotes and that sort of shit in the morning, and sort of started working at 10 o'clock. I suppose one downside about it is you're not always earning money, obviously. So you do have, we like to call it the fuck around factor. So if you're quoting a job, then you sort of got to have, by the time you go there and quote it, you go there and you spend all this time drawing. Well, not that I draw it up. I'll get a guy, local guy, to do that for me. But sometimes you have to mark stuff up as to what you want done. All of it takes time, and then you might have to go to different places for different parts and all that sort of shit. So you got to allow for that, and even just going out and looking at jobs. That's why you sort of have to charge a fair bit more, because it's not fucking. You're not getting paid for that, so you sort of need to make it up somehow. That's, I suppose, one of the downsides to it. So it's not all smooth sailing, I guess. But I definitely don't think I could go back and work for someone full time unless it was friggin', I don't even know, but I don't think I could. I'm enjoying it too much. The other good thing about it, you get to pick and choose who you work with. So I've got a couple of blokes, a couple of mates are both out on their own as well, so we'll work in together. M-Trax Plumbing and Uniquely Green Landscapes. So it's sort of all, if I have a landscape job, then I can get, his name's Trav from Uniquely Green, or if it's more of a plumbing sort of type job, I can get Matt from M-Trax to come through and gives a hand. So there's actually probably most of the time we are working together, so it's actually really good. You're not actually in the business together. You just charge half or whatever it might be, but you make half each, and it works fucking really well. So that's another good way you can maximise your business, I guess. So since I've been out on my own, it was a fucking. I've been thinking about doing it for a while, but I don't even know what sort of really spurred me on to do it. I think it was just I just thought it was actually coming into winter as well, so it was actually pretty cold, which is probably the worst time to choose to do it. But I think I don't know, I had a couple of little jobs lined up and that, and that's probably about all. I didn't have much. Had a bit saved up, and I just thought, what, fuck it, let's just have a crack at it. Worst that can happen is you got to go back to a full-time job. So that's sort of what I'd done. Had a bit of a crack, and one job led to another, and before you know it, you're sort of getting jobs off. Like the actual company I used to work for have been really good, so they've sort of given me a fair bit of work, just maintenance jobs and some installs and that sort of stuff. But at the same time, I sort of had to. You just got to chase up work. You just got to ring people up and let them know what you do. Especially, if you're trying to target, whether you're trying to target farms or shires, all that sort of stuff. You just got to let them know what you're about, I guess. And I believe that I can talk pretty well to people. So that's you got to be able to talk. You got to be able to work with all different personalities as well, which I think that I'm pretty good at. Might be people that, obviously, I'd say probably 70 to 80% of the people that we have worked for so far have been really bloody good. But there is a few out there that not so much, and they are hard to get along with. But you just got to bloody do it. At the end of the day, the customer is always right. If they want something put somewhere where you know is not going to be as effective or whatever, but that's just where they want it, then that's where it goes, sort of thing. So you don't argue, you just tell them what you think and what your professional advice would be. If they still think that they want to do it that way, you do it that way. Who gives a fuck, sort of thing. They're the ones that are paying you. They're the ones that are lining your pockets at the end of the day. So I think if you go into it with that attitude, then you're already halfway there. And yeah, obviously a bit of luck along the way where you might, I don't know, people might just recommend you and stuff. Well, I suppose that just comes with, if you start doing a good job, people start recommending you and all that sort of stuff, which is another good bloody thing too, and you get plenty of work out of it that way as well. And then even a lot of people get scared off by the paperwork side of it, but you got an app called Xero or fucking QuickBooks or something like that, or I use Xero, and I've got an accountant, and yeah, I think he's pretty good, so we just, I do pretty much all the paperwork, all the invoicing, all the quotes, all the fucking, what else is there, the reconciling, all that shit myself. I don't think it's that hard, to be honest. People, I think, where a lot of people go wrong that I've sort of seen in businesses, they think that you've got to be 7 days a week, fucking 78 hours a day. Not that there is 78 hours in a day, but that's just an exaggeration. But I think people just think, by the time they go home, then they've got to sit down in front of a computer and do all their work, do all their bloody, they let it sort of go for a fair while, and then that way you're bloody catching up, and it does take a while doing it like that. But you got this thing called a phone, and I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but you can sit on it and you can do shit on it. Now, I know that of a night, I sit there and I scroll and look at Facebook and look at Instagram, look at all that shit, and look at YouTube, which you blokes are doing right now, and thank you for that. But no, I'll look at all that sort of shit, and you could be sitting there every night on your phone doing your business stuff, or every couple of nights. Takes probably fucking 10 minutes to sit there and just make sure you're all up to date with it. You sit on your phone over night time anyway to do it, so why not just sit, even in bed, sit there and go, oh fuck, I've got to send those couple of quotes, I've got to invoice those couple of things, I've got to pay a couple of invoices. Just do it all on your phone. You don't even have to fucking sit on a laptop, to be honest, at all. So I might use my laptop for doing a few drawings and that, but other than that, it's 90% phone, which I think is a great thing as well. So that makes that part of it easier, and it's not hard to learn how to do it. Like, I'm the dumbest bloke you'll ever come across, but if I can fucking figure it out, then I'm pretty sure everyone else can. So I shouldn't say that about myself, should I? I'm a little bit. I'm not as switched on as some people, I suppose, but I can figure shit out. So anyway, there's that side of it. So currently we've got the machines, we've got a little 1.6 ton Wackanoosa excavator. We've got a little tipper trailer, and I've got a couple of other trailers and shit. And also, what else have we got? Got a little trencher that we bought the other day. It's just a little Vermeer, but I'm also just ordered a Ditch Witch SK900 with it's got a trencher attachment, like a little mini skid loader, which I can't wait to get actually, and that thing will be fun as fuck. But it's also got, the bloke from Ditch Witch has actually given me they've got a little vibratory plough that's sort of sitting at his joint, and he goes, if you want to borrow it, then do that. So I'm going to try that out as well and see how that goes. So he's been really, really good to deal with, and so we're getting one of them as well, just to start doing a bit more trenching and that sort of stuff too. So exciting times, I think, and we've got a few really high-end good clients, and we want to keep them as happy as possible. That's the other thing you got to do. sometimes you might get people like, you might get people that, I don't know, you got these real good clients that they pay you all the time. They pretty much, well, they never friggin', they get you out to do work. And like this one at the moment, I think we do it every 3 months and go and just maintain. It's a massive system out at Mount Franklin there. And we just go around the system it takes however long it takes, and they're happy to pay. So they're the sort of clients you want. But in that time, you might get people ring you up and say, "Oh, can you do this?" And then like, yeah, look, I'll get to it, whatever. And then you forget about it. And then they start, blah blah blah. It's been this time, but you gotta look after your big operators first. That's one thing that you learn pretty quick. If someone who's booked in, I don't know, 2 months ago, or a month ago, that you got to go and service an irrigation system, a little freaking pissant one, or you get or on that same day you might get one of your bigger clients and ring up and say, "Oh, look, I've got this blowout." You got to go and do it, sort of thing. So there's no two ways about it. So there's that, and yeah, I think I don't know what else is there. The business is looking pretty good, so I'll show you a little bit of the equipment that we've got so far. And but yeah, that's pretty much the video. We're just here. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I just have to pull up. I've got to load this excavator on now. There she is. Got to load that on onto the tipper, and we've got a little dig out job to do this Arvo. So go and do that. And yeah. Anyway. I hope you've learned something off this one. I'll be doing a little bit more business stuff as well, sort of just what we do and that. And I'll just be doing random shit, to be honest. A bit of a load of fucking gravel I pulled out of the job we're just doing. So got out the old man's farm here. Got no electric brakes on the trailer at the moment here, because these fucking things here, these elect brake units, I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. I think we need to, I need to take that in and get it sorted out, because it keeps trying to fucking reconnect and disconnect and fucking reconnect, and it's I think it's something to do with the tail light. It's pulling too many fucking bolts or some shit, so they reckon. All right. So she's a good little trailer, this girl. I can swing her open like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, bang. She is a fucking beauty. So of course, when you're illegally towing, you got to take it pretty easy. I shouldn't be throwing everyone that, should I? Right, yeah. Yeah. A bit higher. I don't think we're all off yet. Ooh, no. Come back a bit yet, guys. Oh, there she goes. Not bad, not bad. That'll do us. Rightio, let's get the fucking digger.